Oh, back in the early 1900s by a guy named Martin, who has a guitar factory to this day in Nashville called Martin Guitars. Guess what country Martin was from? Germany. His ancestors from Germany. His father had a guitar shop in New York City. So I'm going to do the second oldest song I know. This is an immigration song sung by people who actually came from part of the Pfalz. It's called Now the Hour and Time Has Come for Us to Leave, or Jetzt ist die Zeit und Stunde da. It's not Pennsylvania Dutch, it's in a dialect they spoke in those days in that region. I'm going to give you a quiz question at the end of this song. They didn't come to Pennsylvania. Where did they come to? Jetzt ist die Zeit und Stunde da, wir reisen nach Amerika. Der Wagen steht schon vor die Tür, mit Weib und Kinder ziehen wir. Die Pferde sind schon eingespannt und alle, die mit mir verwandt. Die Pferde sind schon eingespannt, reich mir zum letzten Mal die Hand. Und kommen wir nach Baltimore, da strecken wir die Hände vor und rufen aus Victoria, jetzt sind wir in Amerika. Thank you. So where did they come to? Baltimore, right, you got it. Okay, this is probably the oldest song I know. It's at least 400, probably 500, maybe 600 years old. Comes from a little town in Germany named Lauterbach. Now, nobody knows which town in Germany because there actually are a few towns in Germany named Lauterbach, and we don't know which one it came from, and we probably will never find out. So just sing your line or two so you can get the melody. Sounds like a typical German beer drinking song because it's 3/4 time, pa 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 pa. And the first verse, this poor guy's gonna lose his, he's gonna lose his socks. And then I'll sing one more verse where he loses his heart to a sweet young German girl. Zu Lauterbach hab ich mein Stück verloren, ohne Stück geh ich nicht heim. Doch geh ich bald wieder nach Lauterbach zu und krieg mir mein Stück zu meinem Weg. Lidayo, 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 didi, lidayo, 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 didi, lidayo, 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 didi, lidayo, lidayo, didi. Zu Lauterbach hab ich mein Herz verloren. Ohne Herz kann ich nicht leben. Doch geh ich bald wieder nach Lauterbach zu. Ein Mädel muss eines mehr geben. Lidayo, 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 didi. Lidayo, 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 didi. Lidayo, 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 didi. Lidayo, lidayo, didi. Thank you so much. I'm running out of time here, so I got one more instrument before we get to the break here. And you all know what you call this thing? Harmonica or mouth organ or mouth harp, okay? In Pennsylvania Dutch, we call it a maalorgel. That's a mouth organ. And these are a really interesting instrument because you don't have to tune them because they come in keys. But that means if you want to play in a different key because the song you have is too high or too low for you, you need to get another harmonica. If you want to be a good harmonica player and be able to play in most of the common keys, there's 12 major keys, 12 minor keys. This is diatonic, no sharps and flats. Ones with sharps and flats have 2 rows of holes, and you push a button to open and close them. So if you want to be able to play in all major and minor keys with and without sharps and flats, you would need 48 harmonicas. They make harmonica belts people wear around and have harmonica pockets in them. And guys who are really good will have 2 belts, and they wear them crisscross across their chest. I've seen guys like that already. They look like Mexican banditos. It's amazing. So, and the way it works, you inhale and exhale. So if you know how to breathe, you can play a harmonica, okay? Exhale, you get 1 chord. Inhale another one. Find a song with those two chords, you can fake it. The heart part is playing single notes melody. It's in a diatonic scale, left to right. You have to cover the left 3 holes with your tongue and only inhale or exhale through the right hole, like this. Okay, so I'm going to play a Pennsylvania Dutch nonsense song for you called High Lee, High Low, or Dat Drunner Daheim, which means down at home. It's about life on the farm. I'll play it for you once, and then I'll sing a verse or two, and then we'll be done for the first segment here. So if you know the chorus, I know some of you do, sing along. Let's get my pick ready. Here we go. Keep that beat going. Da drunna daheim hen med alle ku, si frester høj og nemt går nazu. Heilig, heilo, heilig, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Da drunna daheim hen med alle Hund, a wiegt 450 Pfund. Heilig, heilo, heilig, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Heilig, heilo, heilig, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heilig, heilo, heilig, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Keith. So much fun. You talked about work songs and hymns, church songs. You talked about silly songs. Are there many sad songs or ballads in Pennsylvania German culture? And if not, why not?
Can we come back to the heart questions later on? There are ballads. For whatever reason, a lot of them didn't survive. Sad songs, very, very few sad songs I've ever seen or read or heard about. So, you know, most of what I said was before in describing the songs is what survives.
Hi, tell us your name and your question or comment for Keith.
Okay, my name is Renee Dietrich, and I would like to ask Keith about the future of the language. In my own particular family, my grandparents and my parents would speak to each other in Pennsylvania Dutch, and my parents were able to read the language. I'm able to understand it, but in your opinion, what's the future for this language?
Like many other small groups, it doesn't look very good. Most people that speak it are older. Now, 100 years ago, people were saying the same thing, but 100 years ago, there were lots of people around, hundreds of thousands, who spoke Pennsylvania German. And when it leaves the schools and leaves the churches, the only place left is the families, and most families don't speak it very much anymore. The one hope is that there are some places like Kutztown University which actually have Pennsylvania German minors and language classes and things like that. So there'll be some, but not very much, I'm afraid.
Hi, tell us your name and your comment or question for Keith.
Hi, I'm Noel Bond. I have a question for Mr. Brintzenhofe. Where did you learn the Pennsylvania Dutch language?
Good question. It has a really long answer, but I'll make it really short. My parents spoke it as their first language growing up, so I learned a lot by osmosis. And then I went and took a couple Pennsylvania Dutch language classes, and then I got interested in performing Pennsylvania German, so I figured I better know it. If I could sing it, I better be able to speak it. So I practiced, and then I started teaching it. And if you want to find out if you know something well, try and teach it, because you'll find out what you know and what you don't know.
We are going to take a short break now and hear a little bit more about what's been going on with the Pennsylvania Humanities Council. Not too long ago, PHC's Ann Benzel sat down with PCN's Brian Lockman to talk humanities.
Ann Benzel, you are currently the chair of the Pennsylvania Humanities Council. What is the Pennsylvania Humanities Council?
The Pennsylvania Humanities Council is a not-for-profit organization whose mission is to promote the humanities and cultural events throughout the state.
What does that word mean, the humanities?
Humanities has many different meanings to different people, but to me, my definition would be the humanities are those elements or entities that touch us in special ways in our everyday lives. For me, it's the arts, it's literature, it's history. The humanities are learning experiences that teach us a lot about who we are, where we came from, and hopefully where we're going.
How does the Pennsylvania Humanities Council promote the humanities?
Through programming, we have some absolutely wonderful programs that are far-reaching across the entire state. I'd love to tell you just a little bit about them. One of my personal favorites are the Commonwealth speakers, who really visit every county in Pennsylvania, telling stories, small performances. Another absolute favorite is Read All About It, and this is through the library system. It encourages not only reading, but discussing what you've read. Another great program that we offer is a grants program. We offer grants to local organizations to support their programs and also to assist in bringing our programs into the area.
How often do you have these events?
We are part of partnerships within the community, weekly, monthly, seasonal. It depends. Check our calendar. It's listed at www.pahumanities.org on the web. I'm sure you'll find something you like.
Thank you, Ann and Brian. You know, the humanities really are the key to unlocking the door to the things that we're passionate about, like our culture and our local history. What do you say we go back now for more from Keith Brintzenhofe? Please welcome him.
Hodowning is similar to square dancing, not quite the same. Some are spoken calls, some are singing calls. And when we do it, a lot of times people who grew up in the culture will learn a fancy form of footwork, which we call jigging, which nobody knows where the word comes from, but our best guess is it's from our Irish neighbors, although a Pennsylvania Dutch jig is not like an Irish jig. It's fancy footwork, and I'm going to take my microphone and step out front a little bit to explain, and then I'm going to demonstrate for you. And over the years, two styles have developed. One is what the women usually do to a 4 count, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, alternate, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the men usually alternate the feet one after the other, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you do it right, you have to have extremely flexible ankles, because you hit the toe on the way out, and then the heel on the way out, and then the heel on the way back, and the toe on the way back, which is 4 taps. And if you have, instead of 1 piece of metal, you have 2 pieces called a double tap. You hear 8 clicks if you do it right. And if you have 8 people doing this at the same time, it gets very loud. So I'm going to demonstrate. We're going to move out front, and we have the band ready to start up. So whenever the band starts, I'll start demonstrating. Try doing that for about 7 or 8 minutes continuously in the summertime on a stage. We call it aerobic hodowning. And we dance in sets, 4 couples on a set. And like I said, we've done it many times here in Penny's Barn. It's just wonderful. Great exercise, great fun. Meet lots of really nice people. And talking about that, had a neat experience with somebody that Lucy knows. And used to have a store in Kutztown, and I had a guy named John Hartford, who most of you recognize, I hope, the name. And he was doing a concert at Scenic River Days in Reading. And I was